This is gonna be a fun video. It's something called shadow people in it. The bed is moving like this. I felt that, and as if someone was dragging me towards the end of my bed. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dariana Rosales, and I'm back with another video. So as you guys can tell, today I'm gonna be doing a story time. You might be like, what the heck does Dariana know about sleep paralysis? I've experienced it, okay, multiple times. So let's start off with, what is sleep paralysis? According to WebMD, sleep paralysis is a feeling of being conscious but unable to move, and it occurs when a person passes between the stages of wakefulness and sleep. During these transitions, you may be unable to move or speak for a few seconds for up to minutes. Some people may also feel pressure or a sense of choking. I also found this other definition, which is basically the same thing. The only thing is that you may hallucinate or have fear. So let's go back a little bit. This is the reason why I think my sleep paralysis started. I strongly believe this is why. About a few years ago, I started getting into horror movies, like a lot of horror movies. Like I watched them every day. It would get to the point where I would just go on Netflix, go to the horror section, and I would watch every single movie on there. And I would critique it. I would critique it down to the lighting in it, the plot of the whole story, the acting, everything. I would rate it on how scary it was. And then people would come to ask me which one I would recommend and all that. This happened for a good period where I just started watching horror movies, and then it happened. The first time I ever experienced sleep paralysis, I remember it very vividly because it was the most scariest thing that I had ever experienced in my life. I legit thought I was dead. I remember I opened my eyes and I looked around, and I was in my room. I was in my own house, and I woke up and I was in my room. I was looking around and I tried to move, but I couldn't. I found that very weird. And I felt a massive pressure on my whole body, like as if someone was, like something was pinning me down to it. I couldn't move my arms, nothing. I couldn't even speak. I tried to yell for my mom's name, but I couldn't talk. And I also had this feeling like there was a presence in the room, like something was about to kill me, or there was some bad negative energy in the room that I got scared of. That's why I thought, I was like, oh my god, I'm dead. Like any moment now I will lift up and I will see my body on my bed. And so yeah, I believe that me watching horror movies led me to having sleep paralysis. And so it happened the first time and I was really scared. I managed to get out of it, but after that day that I experienced it, I was scared I would go to sleep again. And this happened for months, every single day. And I was just scared to go to sleep. Sometimes I would pull all-nighters and days back to back to back where I would not sleep because I was just scared. Then I was like, maybe it's just because I'm in my room and I watch the movies and it's in my room. But then I took a nap in the living room, and the living room in my old house was right next to the kitchen. And so I was like, okay, my mom's in the kitchen, so if I fall asleep and something happens, maybe she'll see, right? And so I take my nap and I'm sleeping face down, because normally when it happened, I would be sleeping face up. I was facing down, and it happened again where I felt pressure on me. I could not talk, I could not move, try to yell for my mom's name and nothing, bro. And the same presence was in there, there. And so I woke up, I got out of it, and then I went to my mom and I'm like, it happened again. And the first thing this woman says to me is, deja de ver esos vampiros vos, que por eso tenés miedo de dormir en la noche, estás loca. I was like, if you didn't know, one of my favorite TV shows is The Vampire Diaries. So she thought that it was because I was watching The Vampire Diaries that I was having this and they were just nightmares. No, that's not why. I started doing my own research, and I researched it, and I came across the definitions and testimonies of people, and that is exactly what was happening to me. So I was like, so this is happening to me. It's not just me. The scariest time for me, I remember this happened for months, guys, every single day, or at least once or twice a week. And the scariest one that I remember, I was sleeping in my room again, and I felt as if someone was You know those ropes at the gym that you go like this? Yeah. So imagine that the movement of the ropes on the bed, and you're laying on the bed. So like the bed is moving like this. I felt that, and as if someone was dragging me towards the end of my bed. Well, I tell you, bro, I was like, oh my God, they're dragging me to. I was like, okay, this is it. This is a freaking demon coming at me, and they're taking me down to the oven, and I'm just dead. I managed to get out of it. When I woke up, I was at the center of my bed where I was sleeping all along. No one had dragged me. No one, nothing had happened. And I was like, no, bro, what the heck is this? And so me being me, you know, I went the next day and I told my friends about it. And I had told one of my friends, and they said that they've experienced that too, but they've experienced worse. Remember how I told you one of the definitions was that you can hallucinate? Yeah, he has seen things. And there was a documentary on Netflix. It's called The Nightmare, and it focuses on the topic of sleep paralysis. And it was on Netflix, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch this. I kid you not, I could not go like 5 minutes into that documentary because I was too scared. I do remember that the documentary had something called shadow people in it. Like people see like shadows people and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go too much into the description of stuff because I don't want y'all to get images, because me with images, bro, like I'm not good. Like if you show me a scary face one time, I will remember that for the rest of my life, and I get like traumatized. So like don't like, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with images. I'm not gonna talk to you about images because I don't want y'all to have nightmares or stuff like that. If you like want to know more about it, like there is something called The Nightmare, but I'm not recommending you it, because to this day I do not want to watch that. I just don't want to watch it. I just don't want to relive that, you know. In the documentary, it shows like the shadow people, and I've never seen that. I have seen shadow people, but that's a whole nother like story. Comment down below if you guys want to see like my story time on shadow people. My friend had told me that he had experienced it before, and to the point where like there was someone at the edge of his bed and he could see them. I was like, I would have died right then and there, bro. I can't do that. I would have gone crazy. I did a little research about it when it was happening to me and when I was experiencing it. And some people believe that it is demonic attacks. And honestly, I believe that. That is demonic attacks. And it's the enemy trying to get you in your sleep, because when are you the most vulnerable? In your sleep. So it's way easier to get to someone when they're in their sleep. So some people believe it's demonic attacks, and I believe that, bro. Like psychologists think that it's just that you wake up and part of your brain wakes up, and it's the reactive part, like the flight or fear type part in your brain that wakes up, and that causes the fear, and like that someone's trying to fight you and trying to hurt you, and like there's a presence there. But I don't know, bro, it kind of makes sense, but I just, yeah. Am I still experiencing sleep paralysis? And the answer is no, I am not. I got over that. I managed to stop getting sleep paralysis. All right, let's go back a little bit to when this was happening. My mom had started to go to church like every week. She would take me, and I didn't think anything of it, but then I got really into like the things of God and like listening to like what they would talk about at church. I actually started my walk with God and Jesus Christ. And after I started my walk with him, I never experienced sleep paralysis again. Some of you guys may be like, it's a coincidence, but like, no, bro. Like, I strongly believe that it was him who stopped it from happening to me, because it would be something that I would be scared to go to sleep at night, and I would tell him like, hey, like this is happening to me, like can you do something about it, you know? And yeah, it stopped after that. Over the years since it happened, it has happened maybe like a handful of times, like a few times, like 2 or 3 times I think. But when it happens, I'm no longer afraid, if you know what I mean. It's kind of more like, oh, I've been through this, I know what's going on. If you guys are experiencing this is my strategy. I count to 3 in my head and then like focus on a body part, whether it's a hand or your feet. I normally tend to go for my hands first, like my fingers, like wiggle my fingers, and I do that. And then once I do that, I like count to 3, and then I kind of like kick myself out of it, or I like move myself out of it, and I just wake up. And also calling out to God, you know, because I strongly believe he's the one that got me out of that situation. That is my experience with sleep paralysis. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you guys have had experience of sleep paralysis, or what you guys think about it, or what you think is going on, or how it happens and why. Let me know if you guys want any more like story times, because I have a lot of spiritual story times that you guys might be interested in, like the shadow people stuff, or like demonic attacks and stuff like that. Let me know what you guys are interested in. If you know someone who suffers with it and you want to share the strategy with them, do it. Like, be my guest. If you suffer with this, I am so sorry, bro. Like, one of the worst things I've ever experienced. And I hope you guys managed to get out of it. So try the strategy that I told you. And if you tried everything and doesn't work, call on to God, because he's the one that got me out of it. I hope you guys stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next time, because you'll be back. Bye.